in this problem, there are two methods we can solve this problem using the FEM. So one is by using the elimination method, as you can see that. So you have to use the elimination method, and another is penalty approach. Okay, so the diagram is given here. You can see it is an stepped bar, both ends are fixed. These are the length L1 and L2 and Young's modulus E1 and E2, and the load is applied at the center. So the values are given like E1, E2, and the cross-sectional areas A1 and A2, and load is given P is equal to 200 into 10 power of 3. Okay, so all the units should be in Newton per millimeter. So as we know that if it is an stepped bar where the value of k is equal to, it is AE by L, again 1 minus 1 minus 1 1. Okay, this is an basic equation for a bar element. So same thing they have been substituted for. This is for the element 1. So E1 by L1. So same thing you have to just substitute. A1 value is 2400 and E1 value. So you can see, check the E1 value is 70 into 10 power of 9. So it is in Newton per meter square. So you have to convert into Newton per millimeter square. It means 10 power of minus 6 Newton per millimeter square. Then you will get a 70 into 10 power of 3. Okay, same thing has been taken here. Divided by L. L is the length of the element 1. So the length of the element 1 is 300. Just substituted here. Then finally, again this is for element 2. Okay, as I told, this is element 1, this is element 2. For element 2, again this is A2 and this is E2. Okay, same, again it has been converted, and this is L2. L2 value is 400. So finally you got the equation number 2. Okay, so now after that you have to make the global stiffness matrix, adding K1 plus K2 here. So this is equal to K. Okay, so as we know how to solve the global stiffness matrix, there is a separate video, the separate class on that, so you can just check out, and I will provide the link in the description. You can check it how to make the global stiffness matrix. Okay, so after adding the K1 and K2, you are getting this matrix as into 3 matrix. Okay, so here again force vector, both ends are fixed, so there will be node 1 there will be reaction forces, at node 2 there will be P, and node 3 again there will be reaction forces. Okay, so you can say this is R1, this is the P, and this is, you can say, R2. R2 is nothing but it is another fixed supports. You can say instead of R2, let us say R3 is better, because node 1, node 2, node 3, 1 and 3 there is supports, reaction supports. So now this is very important to understand, because these are the basic steps which you have solved in many of the problems and you can get anywhere this. But here in this video especially, we are making the differentiate between elimination method and the penalty approach method. That is very important to understand in this video. Okay, so now here just concentrate here. Now by using the elimination method, I will explain using the elimination method. Okay, so using the elimination method, so we with the first and third row of the columns, okay, how you will get the eliminated first row and third column. As you know that the finite element equation Ku is equal to F, right? So now write down the equation for K here, that is 3 into 3 matrix. Okay, so instead of that I will write here. Okay, well, let us try from here only. So this is K. Okay, this is K into U. I will write here only as U as U1, U2, U3 displacement vector. So E is equal to what? F. Okay, now just remove this F here, is equal to this F. So this is U and this is K. Ku is equal to F. Now this becomes the finite element equation. Ku is equal to F. Okay, so in this let us apply the boundary conditions and make the elimination method. Okay, so what will be the boundary condition? Here 193 will be 0 because it is an fixed end. Okay, 193 will be 0 because both ends are fixed. As you can check, both ends 1 and 3 is fixed, so u1 and u3 will be, we are directly taking as 0 and 0 here, remember. Okay, without having any secondary thoughts, if it is fixed, then the displacement or u, whatever the nodes, there will be 0. That displacement, it will be directly we are taking as 0 in the elimination method, remember. Okay, whenever there is a fixed end, so the displacement will be 0. So now their first row, if it is 0, their first row and their first column will be eliminated. Similarly, the third row, it will be eliminated and their third column will be also eliminated. Now what will be the remaining here? 0.86 and u2 is equal to 200 into 10 power of 3. Okay, you can write again here. So same thing, outside the matrix is 10 power of 6, within the matrix is 0.86 into u2 is equal to 200 into 10 power of 3. So after that you are getting the value of u2 here by substituting this. Okay, by equating this you get the value of u2 as 0.23255 in millimeter. Okay, so in this way you have obtained the displacement vector. But now I will discuss about what is penalty approach with the same problem, right? So in the penalty approach, so here is the penalty approach from now here. Okay, from here we are using the penalty approach. So in the penalty approach, there is the same matrix as we have solved before. What is the matrix there? This one. Okay, if you want, you can write once again. So here in the penalty approach with the same equation. Okay, so in this equation you have to find out which is the largest value in the all this matrix. You have to find out the largest value. So I can check that the largest value is 0.86, right? 0.86 is the largest value in this. Okay, so just make sure that this matrix having this 0.86 is the largest. So generally where to find out, this is an anyhow 3 into 3 matrix, even though if it is a big matrix, so generally the biggest value you can find only in the diagonal. Okay, so this is a trick where you can find in the diagonal only the biggest value you can find. So by taking the value of c, okay, c is nothing but the it is an values which will be taken from the matrix. C we have taken as 0.86, right? So see, we can check that 0.8, okay, into 10 power of 10. So 10 power of 10, here you can check there are 10 power of 6 again outside the matrix. So now what is the value? The high maximum value is 0.86 and outside is 10 power of 6. Okay, so this is the maximum value. So now you have to find the penalty approach, like this is by adding the c as a appropriate diagonal terms. Okay, so the equation it will be c is equal to max in the bracket kij into 10 power of 4. Okay, so what is the maximum value in this? Kij is 0.86 into 10 power of 6 into 10 power of 4. Okay, so this is the maximum value we have identified from here. So this is equal to 0.86 into 10 power of 10. Okay, so you can check 0.86 into 10 power of 10. So this is the final value of c. Now this c should be added. Okay, this c should be added in the first and last column. So you can check here point. So here, so whatever the values plus c, so this value plus c you have to add. Okay, with the previous matrix, global stiffness matrix, here it is there na 0.3 plus c, again here first row first column 0.56 in plus C. Then finally we obtain this equation. Outside the matrix again there is a 10 power of 6. So 10 power of 6 is the means it will be 0.86 into 10 power of 4 adding with the 0.56. Right. Again 0.3 is added with the 0.86 into 10 power of 4 plus 0.3. So we got this equation. Okay, hope you understood. See, with the previous k value, the first row first column and last row last column should be added with the c mag. Okay, so this equation, whatever the value you obtain, so that should be added here. After that, after adding the c value, so now here you got three unknown equation. Earlier we made u1, u2 and u3, where u1 is 0, u3 is 0, we have taken in the elimination method. But here these all the values displacement you have to calculate by making the equations. Say this is the equation number 1, this is the equation number 2, this is the equation number 3, is equal to 0, is equal to 210 power of 3, is equal to 0. So you will get three unknown equations, say 1 equation, 2 equation, 3 equation after making the resolution, right? So you will get all u1, u2, u3 separately. So this value is for u1, this value is for u2, this value will get for u3. So here we can find that at fixed supports also some displacement is there, that is nearly equal to 0. Okay, nearly is equal to 0. You can check that 15.14 into 10 power of minus 6, a small minute value that is been obtained here as u1 value, and here also, and u2 is same as you have got previously also 0.2325, and here also you got the 0.23, but u3 value is again is equal to 0 because both ends are fixed, right? So in this way we can make the differentiate of elimination method and penalty method. And thank you for watching.